It's April the 26th. We're live to you so much for being with us.
Warm conditions waking up this morning with temperatures ranging in the 70s, some already getting into those 80-degree temperatures, but also we're looking at some chances of isolated showers and thunderstorms throughout the day. And not only just for today, those rain chances are expected to continue this weekend all the way into next week. And we do need that rain here in Laredo. But yes, this morning those cloudy skies will continue throughout the day and also later on in the afternoon. And then by tomorrow, not much of a change with our temperatures. They're going to be hot and humid over this week, but then later on in the afternoon, it's expected to become mostly sunny. Tomorrow, our highs would be ranging in the upper 90s for Sunday. Also starting off with those cloudy skies, then we're going to be seeing some of that sun. So this is how it's looking right now in our satellite and radar. We do see by Corpus Christi, Kingsville, and along the Texas coast, they're looking at these showers and thunderstorms that have developed due to that moisture that keeps coming in from the Gulf, and those boundaries that are passing across the region are producing these showers and thunderstorms. For us here in Laredo, we're not looking at any of those showers and thunderstorms approaching, but that's why we do have those chances. In Laredo, Corpus Christi, Houston, 75 for Austin, 77 for Dallas, 77 for San Antonio, in the upper 60s for El Paso. In our viewing area, mainly everybody in the 80s to upper 70s, 80 for Zapata, 79 for Cotula, and 80 for El Sinal. Freer in the upper 70s. Our dew points in the 70s as well, and they're expected to continue like that. Lots of moisture, and you do notice that difference from the green to the brown, the contrast. So that is dry conditions. Those are those boundaries that are expected to pass through our area, and then they're going to bring an end to those showers. But then once again, over the weekend, we're going to see the return of that moisture. So that's why we do see the return of those rain chances. Our winds right now continue to blow from the southeast, about 8 to 17 miles per hour for today. It's expected to be a windy day. Also for tonight, gusts up to 30 miles per hour, but the windiest day would be for Saturday. Saturday night, gusts up to 39 miles per hour could be possible, and these are those areas that are getting those isolated showers, scattered thunderstorms, mainly by Corpus Christi, Kingsville, Freer, and we also see all the way down into South Padre. McAllen could probably start to see some of these showers as well. Zapata not looking at much rain, and for us here in Webb County, not rain. No rain occurring at the moment. Then we do see in the east from Dallas all the way down into Austin, San Antonio, they're going to start to see those isolated to scattered showers. Severe thunderstorms will be possible as well. We do see the central states all the way into Oklahoma, Arkansas, even into the Chicago area. They're looking at these showers and thunderstorms. And in the west, it's a different story. There's some showers, but they're not that severe. But there's also that mixed precipitation from Utah, parts of Colorado, all the way into Seattle, and in northern parts of California. For today, those temperatures ranging in the 80s, windy conditions. Then we do see by 7 p.m. more sun, sunny skies, and then once again it will get windy for us for tonight in the 80s, and we're expected to reach a low in the 70s. Then for tomorrow, Saturday, in the morning, starting off with those cloudy skies that could produce some light drizzle throughout the morning hours. Then those sunny skies later on in the afternoon. Tomorrow, even though it's marking a high of 98, it could feel like the triple digits, hot and humid and windy. And then we do not see much of a change in our highs, ranging in the low 90s, our lows in the mid to upper 70s, and those windy conditions continuing all the way into next week. And then we do see that from this weekend all the way into next week, we're looking at daily rain chances, and they're going to be isolated to scattered. They're very slight, but we do expect some of these showers and thunderstorms to happen for us for this weekend all the way into next week. By Thursday, those rain chances increase into a 30% with mostly cloudy skies. So that's our weather, Ruben, for today and for the weekend and for the remainder of next week.
I like the rain chances. I don't like the 90s though.
I know, but hopefully by Friday we're going to start to see like our high drop into the 80s. Probably if we get those rain or that rain and also clouds.
Central Laredo. This happened about 7 o'clock at the 3100 block of Galveston Road. This was yesterday, 7 o'clock, at the corner of North India Avenue. Laredo police say a 44-year-old man lost control of his motorcycle and hit a cinder block wall there, as you can see. First responders say he was alert and talking, but he did have several injuries. He was wearing a helmet at the time of the accident and taken to the Laredo Medical Center in serious condition. Neighbors who live in that area say that they think he may have been riding a new motorcycle. No video for this either, just tell you about it quickly. There was a crash involving a UISD school bus yesterday on Paseo Avenue. There were some students reportedly on that bus when the accident took place, and they're investigating. We haven't heard of any injuries in that case. All right, a couple of law enforcement agencies are involved in a chase that ends in a crash on Thursday. This one started along Mines Road. It went up to Santa Ursula and Man Road near exit 3B off I-35. We're told the truck took some front edge damage and a tractor trailer was hit on the front bumper. No one was hurt, but 21-year-old shooting left a woman injured in her own home. Police now saying it was due to a fight.
It turned out that these people were all known to each other. They were people who were at one point very good friends, considered members of each other's family, but at the same time there was some sort of a falling out that led to an escalation of violence. There was an altercation earlier, and so this was a culmination of all of that.
Again, according to police, Flores was known to the 28-year-old woman who was shot in the leg at her home at the 2100 block of West Ana Avenue. This was 2 nights ago. Police say the suspect was having issues with another person who lived at the home. That's when police say the suspect shot from the street into the victim's bedroom, leading to her injuries. Well, almost a year ago, the city of Laredo hired able city urban planners to discuss the possibility of an overlay project over a stretch of land between Candlewood and Fenwick on Del Mar Boulevard. An overlay is a set of guidelines or rules that would need to be followed by a property owner or developer if the city were to grant them a rezoning request to start up a business at a home in that area. Well, since then, there's been 3 town hall meetings with members of Able City explaining to residents what the overlay would or would not do for their properties. In the end, the residents there are hoping to keep all zoning requests at bay with or without an overlay.
I do not understand why the city is still wasting our tax dollars and time on this project that is not wanted or supported. That
meeting on her behalf.
It is beginning to feel like there is a motive of someone or something else besides the residents' best interest.
After 3 town hall meetings that spanned a year, it's clear the majority of residents who voiced their opinion do not want to change the nostalgic appearance of their stretch of road, as noted in one of the... A different Del Mar that even without the protection of an overlay can still be rezoned.
Nothing can
To the facade of the building, which is why the issue resurfaced again. So according to Able City, they're looking at what could happen in the future.
Over time, corridors transition right into commercial properties. They just do. It might not happen in a year, it might not happen in 5 years, but over the course of a 10 or 20 year period, it tends to happen.
Able City saying that overlays would protect the nostalgic feel of Del Mar Boulevard, but protect the architecture of Del Mar. For instance, when it comes to signage.
Signage, the largest signage you can have is a 24 by 36.
Out of multicolored balloons, they honored the memory of the lives lost. Our Salma Lozano has more on the emotional candlelight vigil.
Very loved by all his students. He was a coach at United South Middle.
Well, Cuellar tells us that Webb County sees many crimes ranging from assault to robberies, but explained that he sees a greater proportion of domestic violence. He emphasized it's important to be able to have open conversations about these cases so that the community members come forward to make the necessary reports and access the resources they need. Well, with drug addiction on the rise here in Laredo and Webb County, especially with the presence of fentanyl, friends and loved ones might be in need of options to help with recovery efforts. One such place is the Grace Center Casa Rescate, a faith-based nonprofit. We spoke with Iram Tejas, who is a pastor at the center, who tells us the road to recovery can't be done by one person. It's a team effort that begins with the individual.
You know, I say we because it's a community. It's not me by myself. You know, I was just obedient to the calling, and God, you know, He supplies, you know, so we could help them, and He puts everything for them. But the only thing we ask for, you need to be tired. And the reason being is because, you know, you can't help a person that doesn't want the help.
Well, the center has a 24-hour helpline. For more information, you can go to our website and get information by clicking on this story. Named after 3 fallen heroes, on Wednesday, Congressman Cuellar celebrated the Senate passage of H.R. 2754, a bill that would name the Del Mar Post Office after Lance Corporal David Lee Espinosa, Lance Corporal Juan Rodrigo Rodriguez, and Sergeant Roberto Arizola Jr. Congressman Cuellar, who introduced the bill earlier this year, says this is a great initiative to pay tribute to those men who sacrificed their life for our country.
Laredo sacrifice, the individual families sacrifice. So we're going to name it the Del Mar Post Office after those 3 heroes. I'm excited about that because it passed the House quickly, it passed the Senate quickly. It's now all it needs is the signature of the president. That should happen any day now.
Well, Cuellar adds that once it's official, they will have a renaming ceremony where they'll invite local veterans and honor the Gold Star families. A job-seeking extravaganza drew eager attendees to connect with employers all under one roof. Laredo College teamed up with Workforce Solutions for South Texas and the City of Laredo Economic Development Department for this year's spring job fair. This year, over 60 companies, including PEG Energy, TechFlex, and Border Patrol, were there to meet job seekers at the college's gym.
There's so many different employers. There's so many different opportunities for each employer. So I think it's great. I definitely made a lot of contacts, got some very important information that I need to look through and start applying. Right?
Well, people had the chance to talk to employers and even had job interviews on the spot. More than 200 people went out to explore job opportunities. Millions of dollars are headed to restore and beautify a creek near the river. The creek is near Las Palmas and El Azteca neighborhood. The funds will go to create the 22-acre Zacate Creek Green District corridor that will include new hiking and biking trails, a new trailhead entrance, designated parking areas, an open-air visitor center with restrooms and bike and kayak rentals stations.
There is illegal activity. The first responders have responded to calls here. There is activity with the federal government, and I think if we beautify and clean the area, it's going to improve the visibility and it'll prevent any criminal activity that's going to go ahead and happen.
The planting of better trees and better vegetation, the cleaning of the area, and
committed to fund $3.8 million to develop the corridor of $7.6 million. All right, was minor and did not require any hospitalization for the victims. So that just came in from the Laredo Police Department. Okay, the Imaginarium of South Texas is reopening tomorrow at their new location. They have a grand opening from 1 in the afternoon until 8 o'clock. At night. Their new location is now at Laredo College. So if you're looking for something to do tomorrow, something to take the kids to, and if you've been missing the Imaginarium over at the mall, we'll go check them out. Timmy the dinosaur is over there. They've got a dino dig, and it's going to be free tomorrow over at LC for the grand opening of the Imaginarium of South Texas. Plus, they're going to be giving away a 1-year free membership. So check that out tomorrow. And that's it for me. We will see you here in just a little bit on KGNS News at noon. Thanks for watching. Have a blessed Friday and a blessed weekend.